My name is Peter Ziebelman, and I'm happy to be here for the Silicon Valley Boomer Summit. I think it's my third or fourth summit. I've enjoyed coming back each year, and the reason I got involved is Mary Furlong said this is something you need to look at as a venture capitalist, and she was right. It has been a great conference. It has taken a little while to build, particularly amongst the venture community, but particularly this year in 2009, I'm amazed at the number of venture capitalists here, and it's just been a great event. Palo Alto Venture Partners is a smaller venture capital firm. It's about 100 million in size. And so what we like to do is establish a portfolio of companies across a number of sectors. However, one of those sectors is the boomer marketplace. A few years ago, we made an investment in a company called Agis.com, A-G-I-S.com. And what that company does is effectively help sell long-term care insurance to the employer marketplace, and it's been very successful at helping insurance companies when they want to talk about insurance. Usually it's better to talk about caregiving and talk about the need for insurance, and Agis.com does a terrific job of that, and it's been very effective at helping some major corporations help their employees understand about caregiving, and it's helped some insurance companies make their product more understandable to that demographic. Well, it's a great question because there are many other markets. In fact, I think that's one of the interesting challenges with the boomer marketplace is there are a number of sub-markets. We just invest in this one, and because we're a smaller VC firm, I don't know how many additional areas we'll invest in. But the areas that have me excited is the aging in place sector, where the idea of having your parent or grandparent stay in their home and all the multitude of services are brought to that individual to help them stay in their home. That's something that I went through with my parents, and because it happened about 5 years ago, I had to kind of cobble things together, and I can see just from my own personal experience a real need for that. And today at the Boomer Conference, I saw companies that were after that that were after that sector. I think what I enjoyed, because I moderated the finalists for the business plan competition, what was remarkable, and it's nothing against the previous years, but this year virtually every one of them was just a fantastic plan. It was, and I really mean that as a venture capitalist. I'm not saying we would back everyone, but I'm saying that it was well thought out. It had a target market that was identified, it was solving a need, and they just did a terrific job. And I think it has to do with the boot camp that happened the day before. They got some additional coaching on top of their experience, and it just really made a very effective presentation. So I think those 6 plans that presented did a very, very good job. What I would say for entrepreneurs looking at this conference or benefiting from this conference is seeing another entrepreneur successfully talk about their company is very effective. And we as venture capitalists can talk all day about what's right or what's wrong, what we don't like. But I think just seeing a peer go up there in front of a lot of people, either have a short time because it's an elevator pitch or a longer time because they're finalists in this business plan competition, and get grilled by the judges and see how they respond, and see that happen not just once but multiple times, just right up there in the sector that you're interested in, and I think that's very important because different sectors have different characteristics. I think that's just invaluable for entrepreneurs that are interested in this particular segment. I mentioned it as I was announcing that some people go to these conferences to what they say to network or to have to build a community, but what Mary has really done is created a family here. It really is different than many conferences in that people truly get to know each other. From just 3 years ago, I stay in touch with people outside of this conference, the people that I've met from just this conference 3 years ago, and they're just good friends now. And I think that's just an interesting aspect, because as a venture capitalist, I've gone to many, many conferences, and they run the range of networking and size and whatever. And this is just a really interesting conference in that people do seem to want to open up and explain their needs, kind of like a family gathering. And it's just really nice to see that. And I think Mary's just done a great job of architecting that. I don't think that's happened by accident. So it's just really neat to see that happen.